Hey Mike, how's your day going?
Good on yourself. How you doing?
Pretty good. Good to see you, man.
Yes, sir.
So tell me about what you do. What do you do for your work?
I'm a sales associate at JD Sports.
Yeah.
Basically, I help customers with whatever shoe they're interested in or whatever item that they're looking for. I kind of assist them with that. And I also link up the customers. So yeah, just pretty much just showing good customer service throughout my day while I'm at work.
So you basically greet the customers, show them around the stores,
Yeah.
show them all the new shoes. Do you ever give them recommendations on what shoes they should buy?
Absolutely. I give them recommendations on what shoes to buy, the type of coats that we have in stock. I also recommend them whatever shoe they're purchasing. When I'm ringing them up at the register, I recommend them a type of shoe cleaner or boot cleaner. So yeah.
So the shoe cleaners, the boot cleaners, is that something that's been popping in the last couple of years since people got into the sneaker culture more? Or
Absolutely.
Or has it been around for a minute?
Absolutely, it's been around for a pretty long time. Especially if you're in the shoes, you always want to make sure that your shoes are clean. For the most part, you don't want any stains or any type of dots or anything on your shoes. You want to always be fresh at all costs.
Yeah, at all costs. That's the whole point of the store, right?
Without a doubt.
Another thing I wanted to ask you was, what made you go into the field? I know we're college students and we all want to go take a step further in life and don't do retail jobs and stuff like that. But what made you choose retail instead of something like work at the Cap since it's closer or something?
Well, one, working in retail, it was something that I had prior experience to before, so it wasn't something that I wasn't familiar with. So I just thought it was just an easy task, and I love shoes, so it was like a win-win.
Okay, you mentioned you like shoes, and you say you did it before. What kind of retail did you did before, and does it translate to the job that you have now?
It does translate to the job I have now because I was at a shoe store prior. This was 5 years ago. Around this time, I was working at a store back home in Chicago called Tops and Bottoms. So I was pretty much just doing the same thing. Sales associate, greeting customers, also being in charge of inventory and everything like that. So just keeping track of shipments and all types of new shoes, new releases, release dates, everything like that, prices. So yeah.
So you say you did a lot of backroom stuff,
Yeah.
like logistics and stuff. Does that interest you at all? Could you see yourself pursuing that kind of career with logistics and just managing the back end of the stuff?
It honestly just depends. It just depends on if the money's good for the most part.
Yeah, that's what you're looking for, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good. I mean, in the sneaker businesses today, it's hard to find the right store, and every time I walk in the store, just the people that work there don't look so informed to me, and I'm really not following the trends these days, and I'm really trying to buy something that's liked by everybody. So, do you know any challenges that you had since you started working in JD Sports here in Davenport?
I won't say any challenges. It's just more so customers kind of they're kind of picky when it comes to certain things and what they want and everything. So that's really the only thing. They're just picky. Picky customers, yeah.
Yeah, but you're not a resale store, so you only have what Nike or other companies sell you, so you can't give them what they really want sometimes.
Yeah.
I understand that. Yeah. Another thing I wanted to ask you about the challenges. Those are just regular things. But how do you have to adapt to those challenges? So what were your adaptive challenges? What did you have to change in your approach to fix certain challenges?
The only thing I had to really more so adapt to was just being customer friendly. Just always always greeting customers, asking them that they find everything all right. That was really just the most important thing. And then just the uniform, just wearing the same uniform code, following a uniform policy and everything. That was really the only thing that I wasn't accustomed to, but it's been pretty well.
So you said the customer base is the most thing. Do you think there's a difference in culture between customer base here in Davenport and when you compare it to where you worked in Chicago? Since it's the same business.
I think it's the same. No, I take that back. It's a little different because when I was in Chicago, I was working with a lot of people that were older than me. So working in Davenport, it's just a bunch of college kids and just young adults.
Yeah.
So that was the big drastic change. Just working with different people, in various age groups. That was like
the environment changes.
Yeah.
But so, saying that you worked with older guys in Chicago and now you work with college guys in Davenport,
Yeah.
what atmosphere do you prefer?
I like both.
Both?
I like
Everything has
both.
its own?
Yeah. I like both.
Okay. So tell me more about like what's the perks of working with younger generation and what's the perks of working with older guys?
Working with people, a tad older than you, they give you a lot of like life advice. They give you a lot of advice on everything, and they're always there for you. And then working with people like your age or around your age, they're in similar situations as you. Student athletes, just college students in general, or just young adults just trying to figure their life out one day at a time.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to talk to you about. Just like, what was the transition? And when people go into a store, for example, like let's say people our age, people from Chicago and people from Davenport, are they usually looking for the same style, or they're looking for the same type of shoes and stuff, or it's totally opposite?
It's kind of totally opposite because in Davenport, it's not like a culture type of like city in the sense where Chicago is like cultural fashion, like it's all like it all ties into one thing, like Air Force Ones, Timberlands, Jordans, like it's a cultural like icon city, so it's different.
I understand that. And I know you're not biased just because you're coming from Chicago, because I've been there and it's really like that. Like the culture is really high. Yeah. So at JD Sports, what cultural differences did you see between JD and the first company you worked for?
Just the different things that people wear.
Oh, is it just the dress code?
Yeah, just the dress code. Yeah.
That's good, Mike.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, thank you for letting me interview you.
Thanks for having me, bro.
I had a blast.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you.
Always.
I hope you have a good day, man.
You too, man.